It's time to get out the vote. This week, we're touching base with our election officials in various Lowcountry counties on what you need to know to properly cast your ballot. Berkeley County voters, this one's for you. We're joined by Adam Hammons, Registration and Election Director for Berkeley County. Thank you so much for joining us, Adam.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for having me.
So we've been speaking to various election officials this week. There are slight differences from county to county, but there are certain things that are pretty systematic across the board. Maybe you could give us some deadlines right off the bat that Berkeley County voters need to know.
Yeah, the first one everyone asked about is the registration deadline. Unfortunately, that has already passed in South Carolina. That was the weekend of October the 4th. So if you're not registered, you kind of missed the deadline. We're happy to register you now so you're ready to go in the future. Don't let it discourage you for future elections. Reach out to our office. We're happy to help. But the main deadlines that are coming up are now our absentee deadlines. And folks are really interested in the absentee process. So absentee in person goes up until the Monday prior to the election. So Monday, November the 2nd, you can come to our office here in Moncks Corner and vote in person. We close at 5, but anyone who's in line at 5 is served. So you just got to be here by 5 o'clock to get in line, and we'll serve every voter that's in line that day. So if you're here to vote absentee, that's kind of that deadline. Is you have some time. You just got to do it before election day.
All right. How about if you want to mail it in?
Right. So by mail, we're constantly mailing. Each day we're mailing that day's worth of ballots out. They go out usually a day later. You get it on a Monday. We usually get it in the mail on a Tuesday. That deadline, it kind of depends on how you're submitting it. If you're submitting it by mail or by email or fax, if you're not walking it into our office, it's Saturday, October the 24th. So we've got to have those applications in our hands by 5 p.m. on the 24th. And then we'll mail that group out on Monday morning so that you guys have a week. Folks should start getting them. They have a full week to get them back to us because they got to be back by 7 p.m. on election day. And so we want to make sure it's really not fair to a voter to mail them a ballot on Friday, knowing they're not going to get it and have a chance to get it back. So the General Assembly made that change. And so it is new for this election that you got to have them in by the 24th, but we want to make sure voters have ample opportunity to get them back.
What else is also new this year? Because of COVID, everyone is able to vote absentee if they choose to. You just need to select that it's due to a state of emergency, and that is statewide.
Yeah. Absentee is open to every voter this year. That's unusual. Normally, you have to have a reason of over 65 or going to be out of town, or there's 17 reasons. But they added the state of emergency for COVID so that every voter is eligible for absentee to make sure that people are comfortable voting in whatever way they feel needed.
And speaking of comfortable, I know there's been a lot of talk about voter fraud and this and that, and to know that your vote is going to be securely submitted, there is one additional requirement that South Carolina and a few other states are requiring, and that is a witness's signature.
Right, and that's something that's been required in the past. It was waived in the June primary, and then it kind of went back and forth for November. The U.S. Supreme Court upheld the ruling that it has to be witnessed. That was done October the 5th. There was a couple days of grace period for folks to get their ballot in that were caught up in when the law changed. But now every ballot submitted to us does have to be witnessed. It is the outer envelope. So no one's going to see what you voted on. You're not witnessing the ballot. You're witnessing the voter is that person that is signing the envelope, swearing to their ballot. So all you're really doing as a witness is just verifying that person is who they say they are.
Yes, and get those ballots in because election day, it's November 3rd, and that's when those ballots are going to be counted.
Right.
Also, if you want to become a poll worker, you can earn a little bit of this.
Pretty good little piece of change this year. $290 for the first-time worker here in Berkeley County. So it's a great thing to do. It's a great community service, and you help your community, help your friends and neighbors, and always good to earn a little extra money right before Black Friday.
Fantastic. Now, for people who want to walk in, cast their ballots, where can people go to find out more information as to where they can vote?
Right. So obviously that's available on our website at berkeleycountysc.gov. If you go to /votes, that takes you right to the voter registration page, or you can search on the main page for it. We've got a link out there to the address and the locations and the hours of our office and our satellite locations, which open on the 19th at the Hanahan Library on Murray Drive and at the St. Stephen Library on Ravenel Drive.
Perfect. Adam, thank you so much. Great information.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Get out there and vote. Election Day, November 3rd, coming up. We'll be right back.